Here are 100 life-changing quotes by Mark Twain. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. 20 years from now you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try to cheer somebody else up. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. This is the ideal life. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. Don't let schooling interfere with your education. Truth is stranger than fiction, but it is because fiction is obliged to stick to possibilities. Truth isn't. A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting on its shoes. To succeed in life, you need two things: ignorance and confidence. Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. Wrinkles should merely indicate where smiles have been. You can't depend on your eyes when your imagination is out of focus. The human race has one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. The lack of money is the root of all evil. It's better to keep your mouth shut and appear stupid than open it and remove all doubt. Action speaks louder than words, but not nearly as often. The secret source of humor itself is not joy, but sorrow. There is no humor in heaven. Forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. Patriotism is supporting your country all the time, and your government when it deserves it. A person with a new idea is a crank until the idea succeeds. Continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. I have never let my schooling interfere with my education. Do the right thing. It will gratify some people and astonish the rest. The worst loneliness is not to be comfortable with yourself. You can't depend on your eyes when your imagination is out of focus. The lack of money is the root of all evil. It is better to deserve honors and not have them than to have them and not deserve them. When angry, count 4. When very angry, swear. The man who does not read good books has no advantage over the man who cannot read them. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. There are no people who are quite so vulgar as the over-refined. Clothes make the man. Naked people have little or no influence in society. Grief can take care of itself, but to get the full value of a joy you must have somebody to divide it with. The lack of money is the root of all evil. Part of the secret of a success in life is to eat what you like and let the food fight it out inside. It is better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you are a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. A man cannot be comfortable without his own approval. The trouble is not in dying for a friend, but in finding a friend worth dying for. Honesty is the best policy when there is money in it. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try to cheer somebody else up. A person who won't read has no advantage over one who can read. The secret of getting started is breaking your complex, overwhelming tasks into small, manageable tasks, and then starting on the first one. Do not put off till tomorrow what can be put off till day after tomorrow just as well. Never allow someone to be your priority while allowing yourself to be their option. A clear conscience is the sure sign of a bad memory. Don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. I have never taken any exercise except sleeping and resting. Get your facts first, and then you can distort them as much as you please. We ought never to do wrong when people are looking. Never tell the truth to people who are not worthy of it. When you fish for love, bait with your heart, not your brain. A full belly is little worth where the mind is starved. Do something every day that you don't want to do. This is the golden rule for acquiring the habit of doing your duty without pain. Wisdom is the reward you get for a lifetime of listening when you would have rather talked. The more things are forbidden, the more popular they become. Man is the only animal that blushes. Or needs to. I can live for 2 months on a good compliment. A man is never more truthful than when he acknowledges himself a liar. All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence, and then success is sure. Truth is mighty and will prevail. There is nothing wrong with this, except that it ain't so. The best way to keep your word is not to give it. Life does not consist mainly, or even largely, of facts and happenings. It consists mainly of the storm of thoughts that is forever flowing through one's head. There is no sadder sight than a young pessimist. There are people who can do all fine and heroic things but one, keep from telling their happiness to the unhappy. The right word may be effective, but no word was ever as effective as a rightly timed pause. When we remember we are all mad, the mysteries disappear and life stands explained. I can live for 2 months on a good compliment. There is a charm about the forbidden that makes it unspeakably desirable. To be good is noble, but to show others how to be good is nobler and no trouble. The human race has one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. A clear conscience is the sure sign of a bad memory. Never put off till tomorrow what you can do the day after tomorrow. Good breeding consists in concealing how much we think of ourselves and how little we think of the other person. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience. Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. The secret of success is making your vocation your vacation. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. A person who won't read has no advantage over one who can read. Do the thing you fear most, and the death of fear is certain. It's good sportsmanship to not pick up lost golf balls while they are still rolling. Name the greatest of all inventors. Accident. The more I learn about people, the more I like my dog. Thunder is good, thunder is impressive, but it is lightning that does the work. It is wiser to find out than suppose. The very ink with which history is written is merely fluid prejudice. It's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled. There is nothing so annoying as to have 2 people go right on talking when you're interrupting. The difference between the right word and the almost right word is the difference between lightning and a lightning bug. There are lies, damned lies, and statistics. What would men be without women? Scarce, sir, mighty scarce. Never let formal education get in the way of your learning. A person who won't read has no advantage over one who can read. The worst loneliness is not to be comfortable with yourself. Kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see.